Hello and welcome. You're watching Rajya Sabha TV. This is Breakfast News. I am Rajat Kane. Let's have a look at the top headlines. Pannerselvam removed from top party post after revolting against VK Sasikala. Alleges he was forced to resign. AIADMK stares at a possible split. Tripartite talks to end Manipur blockade fails to make a headway. Centre says it's disappointed with the outcome. Naga group refused to relent from the position. Setting Calcutta High Court judge to face contempt action. 7-judge Supreme Court bench led by Chief Justice of India convened open court. Justice Karnan to argue his case. And India speaks to China after it blocks UN ban on Masood Azhar again. This time US along with UK and France had moved UN for designating Azhar as a global terrorist. Our top focus now. Pannerselvam has raised a banner of revolt against VK Sasikala, alleging he was forced to resign as Tamil Nadu Chief Minister. In response, Sasikala, who is AIADMK General Secretary now, has sacked him from the post of party treasurer. All eyes are now on the governor as possible split looms large in the ruling party AIADMK.
Another day of fast-paced developments in Tamil Nadu, changing the political scene dramatically. But this time, Pannerselvam raising a banner of revolt against Sasikala, alleging he was forced to resign. The allegation coming after his 40-minute visit to Jayalalitha's Samadhi on Marina Beach. His rebellion earning him people's support. He hinted if people so desire, he would withdraw his resignation. The dramatic development coming on a day when P.H. Pandyan, a former Speaker of the State Assembly, opposed Sasikala being made Chief Minister, alleging foul play in Jayalalitha's death. The revolt prompting VK Sasikala to hold a high-level meeting at Pose Garden. After the meeting, Sasikala sacked Pannerselvam from the top party post of treasurer. In an impromptu address to journalists soon after, she said that she has the numbers to be the chief minister and that Pannerselvam was acting on the directions of the DMK.
DMK forces are doing all this drama. He wants to go to Delhi, meet the Rashtrapati and also Home Minister. He sought the appointment. That means he wants to see that he is trying to form the ministry. That may not be possible. He will be totally free.
Soon after, Pannerselvam tweeted, "Nobody has the right to remove him from the post that Jayalalitha gave him 10 years ago, and that his future course of action will reflect the mindset of the people at the AIADMK cadre." The open revolt means it now boils down to numbers game. Pannerselvam held a meeting with his supporters, and the DMK working president M.K. Stalin too held a meeting of top party leaders. Stalin later saying the governor must take steps to establish a stable government in the state. In the 234-member assembly, AIADMK has a strength of 134, including Pannerselvam, DMK 89, Congress 8, others 2, and one seat is vacant caused by the death of Jayalalitha.
Anybody can have a chance to become a leader. When Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav had a problem, his wife Rafri Dev became a chief minister. Mulayam Singh Yadav's son Akhilesh Yadav, one fine day he became a chief minister. After Honorable Prime Minister Indira Gandhi man's death, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi was a pilot, not even in politics. He became a prime minister. How Devagata became a prime minister? He's not selected by people. Same Mr. Manmohan Singh, Honorable Manmohan Singh. All these years he was a Rajya Sabha MP and became a prime minister. Once if they get the post only, they can prove themselves. So we need time. Definitely our Chinnamma will prove herself.
The only solution to the extraordinary political situation in Tamil Nadu is to dissolve the House and call for a general election. I think the people of Tamil Nadu must have the right immediately to elect a party and a leadership of their choice.
Now, VK Sasikala was claiming that the Pannerselvam proposed her name for the post of chief ministership. But this statement by Pannerselvam today proves that without his consent, against the wishes of Jayalalitha, and without his consent, Sasikala was elected as the leader. That shows that there is a clear divide in the party. Let us wait and see how it develops. There are strong antipathy towards Sasikala. That is developing.
The revolt has put a question mark over Sasikala's swearing-in prospects. The possibility of a split in the AIADMK and whether Sasikala enjoys the backing of her party would be aspects that Governor Vidyasagar Rao would consider before taking a decision. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
For more, we have with us Narayan Lakshman, Senior Deputy Editor of The Hindu. Sir, welcome to Rajya Sabha TV. My first question here, sir, is split imminent in AIADMK, going by the reports and the developments last night?
Morning, and thanks for having me here. Yes, I think the possibility of a split is getting increasingly higher. There are, however, factors that qualify that statement. So firstly, it is possible or quite likely that Mr. OPS or Mr. Pannerselvam would not have taken this dramatic step of speaking out at Marina Beach Jayalalitha Memorial yesterday, unless he believed that he had the backing of at least a certain minimum number of MLAs from within the party. Having said that, on the flip side, we have seen so far that the numbers game so far seems to be favoring Ms. Sasikala. The attendance of the senior party functionaries at the Pole Garden residence yesterday. And so far, all the statements that we've seen from all senior MLAs, including Mr. Tambidurai and so on, seem to favor Ms. Sasikala. So the real question of a split is determined by the final numbers game and also by their calculation of who is likely to maintain control of the party going forward. Now, obviously, the disproportionate assets case verdict, which is due next week, will be bearing on these MLAs' minds. But at the same time, even if Ms. Sasikala is, say the verdict, hypothetically, it goes against her, there may not be a bar against her continuing as General Secretary of the party and thereby maintaining control there. So it would actually be, given that there are 4 more years, more than 4 years for each of these MLAs to remain in office, it would be quite a step for them to take to throw their weight behind Mr. Pannerselvam in the face of these factors.
Mr. Lakshman, just one last question. On Sunday, she was made like party legislator head, and in last 2 days, we have seen reports of Supreme Court looming verdict, then open rebellion by O. Pannerselvam, and one ex-leader of the party yesterday alleging regarding the death of Jayalalitha. So is it too much for Sasikala to handle on the plate right now?
I mean, I don't know about too much, but there's certainly the pressure, as you're correctly indicating, has been increasing on Ms. Sasikala, and the atmosphere is getting vitiated by these allegations. Particularly, sentiment among the Tamil people, the supporters of Ms. Jayalalitha, is likely to be very high, and emotions quite wrought over the fact of, her own illness, her protracted illness and her demise, and that veil of secrecy that was drawn around it. There are still very raw feelings about that, and I think Mr. OPS alluding to that and the fact that he was kept away from seeing her, whereas the governor had visited her twice during Ms. Jayalalitha's illness. Right. These things have cast a sort of a negative air, a cloud of suspicion upon the atmosphere, and that certainly will affect Ms. Sasikala's prospects going forward.
Right. Thanks, Mr. Lakshman. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, Prime Minister Modi replied to debate on the motion of thanks to the President in Lok Sabha on Tuesday. His main target was the Congress party as he defended his government's achievements. In his reply, the Prime Minister defended the decision of demonetization and early budget and merger of rail budget with the union budget.
In his reply to the debate on the motion of thanks on the President's address, the Prime Minister responded to each and every charge made by the Congress party. Defending the demonetization decision, he said that it was not taken in haste. He linked it to the fight against black money, saying the note ban was a part of the fight.
आप देखिए हमारे देश में साल भर में जितना व्यापार होता है करीब करीब उतना ही व्यापार दिवाली के दिनों में हो जाता है, यानी 50% दिवाली के दिनों में, 50% साल भर। एक प्रकार से पूरा उद्योग व्यापार किसानी सब काम दिवाली के आसपास उसकी पीक पर पहुंच जाता है। उसके बाद नेचुरल लल पीरियड हमारे देश में हमेशा होता है। दिवाली के अलावा दुकानदार भी 15-15 दिन बंद रख करके बाहर चले जाते हैं, लोग अपने आप घूमने। ये प्रॉपर टाइम था कि जबकि सामान्य कारोबार ऊंचाई पर पहुंच गया है, उसके बाद अगर 15-20 दिन दिक्कत होती है और फिर 50 दिन में ठीक ठाक हो जाएगा। और मैं आज देख रहा हूं कि जो मैंने हिसाब किताब कहा था उसी प्रकार से गाड़ी चल रही है।
The Prime Minister also defended his government's decision of presenting the union budget earlier than usual, saying it was a well thought out one.
भारत एक कृषि प्रधान देश है। हमारा पूरा आर्थिक कारोबार कृषि पर आधारित है। हम मई में करीब करीब बजट की प्रक्रिया को से पार निकलते हैं और 1 जून के बाद हिंदुस्तान में बारिश आना शुरू हो जाता है। 3 महीने तक बजट का उपयोग होना असंभव हो जाता है। एक प्रकार से हमारे पास कार्य करने का समय बहुत कम बच जाता है और जब समय होता है तब आखिरी दिनों की जो पूर्ति करने के लिए हम जानते हैं, हर सरकार जानती है कि दिसंबर से मार्च तक किस प्रकार से बिल कटते हैं और किस प्रकार से रुपये खर्च किए दिखाए जाते हैं।
The Prime Minister also slammed Mallikarjuna Kharge, the Congress leader who took the government to task in his speech on Monday.
खड़गे जी ने कहा कि काला धन हीरे जवाहरात में है, सोने में है, चांदी में है, प्रॉपर्टी में है। मैं आपकी बात से सहमत हूं, लेकिन ये सदन जानना चाहता है ये ज्ञान आपको कब हुआ? 1988 में आपने बेनामी संपत्ति का कानून बनाया। आपको जो ज्ञान आज हुआ है, क्या कारण था कि 26 साल तक उस कानून को नोटिफाई नहीं किया गया? क्या कारण था उसको दबाव करने?
He also launched several political attacks on the Congress party and even mocked its leaders.
आखिर भूकंप आ ही गया। मैं सोच रहा था कि ये भूकंप आया कैसे, क्योंकि धमकी तो बहुत पहले सुनी थी। कोई तो कारण होगा कि धरती मां इतनी रूठ गई होगी।
However, the opposition party has also shared lighter moments when during his speech the Prime Minister addressed the House in the same way he begins his election speeches. Shamsundar's report for Rajya Sabha television.
The upper house resumed the discussion on motion of thanks on the President's address on Tuesday. Ram Kumar Verma of the BJP began discussion while the ruling party defended government's decision. The opposition parties continued their tirade against the government on the issue of demonetization, among others.
Participating in the discussion on the motion of thanks for the President's address, Ram Kumar Verma of the BJP hailed the schemes unveiled by the NDA government. Keeping up with the government's pro-poor pitch, Verma claimed that demonetization has restored the rights of the poor.
मुझे भी बहुत खुशी होती है और मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूं कि माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय का भी कि देश में 1.2 करोड़ लोगों ने सब्सिडी छोड़ी और 1.5 करोड़ ऐसे लोग जो सपने में भी नहीं सोचते थे कि हमें कभी गैस का चूल्हा धुआं रहित होगा, इस तरह का मिला। स्वच्छ भारत अभियान की मैं बात करना चाहूं, लोगों ने जन आंदोलन किया।
However, the opposition parties were quick to corner the government on the decision to scrap the high-value currency notes. The Congress, the RJD and the DMK dubbed the move disruptive, saying it caused loss of lives and hardships to the people.
खाद नहीं मिलती, बीज नहीं मिलता और नोटबंदी ने और भी बर्बादी की। जो बीजेपी शासित प्रदेश है, सबसे ज्यादा सुसाइड तो उसमें हो रहा है, महाराष्ट्र में हो रहा है सबसे ज्यादा सुसाइड। क्यों हो रहा है? छत्तीसगढ़ में हो रहा है, तो क्यों हो रहा है? किस लिए हो रहा है, इसके ऊपर सोचने की जरूरत है।
इसमें क्या है? वही सिट इंडिया, स्टैंड इंडिया, मेक इंडिया, स्वच्छ इंडिया। इंडिया ही इंडिया है, जनता कहीं पर नहीं है, जनता का नाम ही नहीं है। और क्या कहा गया है? हम ये कर देंगे। अरे भाई, जो आपने 2014 में अपने मैनिफेस्टो और भाषणों में कहा, वो तो आप पूरा कर नहीं सके हैं। कहां से नया करेंगे?
The government was promised to bring back the black money invested in foreign countries. But since they could not do so, they want to show off, they want to present a picture that this government is against black money. They have taken up this demonetization exercise.
Nominated MP KTS Tulsi also upped the ante against the government over demonetization.
The design of the new notes was finalized on 19th May 2016. If the design had been finalized on 19th May, what prevented the government from printing the notes? What prevented the government from recalibrating the ATMs? This is a tragedy in which over 100 lives are lost.
Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad had initiated the discussion on motion of thanks on February 2nd. The opposition parties have moved several amendments to the President's address. The motion of thanks is likely to be passed on Wednesday after the Prime Minister's reply. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Let's have a look at some election news in verdict 2017. Chief Election Commissioner Naseem Zaidi along with his team will arrive in Lucknow today to review poll preparations for the third and fourth phase of assembly elections in UP. During the two-day visit, Zaidi will meet administrative officers of enforcement agency and also representative of political parties to seek their feedback on the election preparedness. 69 constituencies will vote in third phase on February 19th and elections for 53 seats will take place on February 23rd. Prime Minister Modi will campaign for BJP candidate at a rally in Ghaziabad today, which goes to polls on Saturday. Security has been beefed up ahead of the rally in Kamla Nehru Nagar constituency. Meanwhile, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi will address 4 rallies today in Hathras, Khurja, Hapur and Muradnagar in Ghaziabad districts. 2 days before the first phase of UP elections, SP's alliance partner Congress will release its election manifesto in Lucknow. The focus of the manifesto is likely to be centered around youth, women issues, farmers and Dalits. 3 promises made by Rahul Gandhi during his Kisan Yatra across UP, loan waivers for the farmers, slashing the electricity bills and proper support price for crops are also likely to find mention in the manifesto. Now, BSP Supremo Mayawati on Tuesday claimed the party will form the government with full majority in Uttar Pradesh. Addressing a rally in Ghaziabad, she accused Narendra Modi government of trying to end reservations for the backward community in jobs. She also attacked the Congress Samajwadi Party alliance, saying Muslim voters shouldn't get swayed by the alliance and waste their precious votes by supporting it. She claimed that demonetization has affected everyone.
केवल अपने राजनीतिक स्वार्थ में आज से लगभग 3 महीने पहले देश में काला धन व भ्रष्टाचार पर अंकुश लगाने की आड़ में व इसे देश हित से भी जोड़कर फिर बिना पूरी तैयारी के ही पूरे देश भर में अचानक 500 व 1000 रुपए के नोटों पर पाबंदी लगाने का ये एक ऐसा अति जनपीड़ादायी फैसला ले लिया जिसकी मार से देश के लगभग 90% गरीब, मजदूर, किसान व अन्य मेहनतकश एवं मध्यम वर्गीय लोग अभी तक भी पूरे तौर से उभर नहीं पा रहे हैं।
Now, Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh claimed there was not a single corruption charge against Modi government. Addressing a rally in Shamli, he targeted Congress Samajwadi Party alliance, saying the cycle Rahul Gandhi was using is already punctured. The BJP leader also promised a waive of loan of small farmers if voted to power in Uttar Pradesh.
मैं यहाँ के मुख्यमंत्री को भी कहना चाहता हूँ और अपने कांग्रेस के युवा नेता से भी कहना चाहता हूँ, अरे भाई मान लिया, जो कमजोर हो जाते हैं वही कहीं कोई सहारा ढूंढते हैं। आप कमजोर हो गए थे, आपको सपा की दरकार थी, सपा कमजोर हो गई थी आपकी सरकार थी, आप लोगों को बैसाखी चाहिए थी.
The Election Commission issued show-cause notice to the Union Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar over his bribe remarks during public rally in Goa. The notice said the CD of his speech had not been tampered with any manner. This after Parrikar claimed that his election speech was incorrectly translated. The poll panel earlier on February 2nd issued notice to Parrikar after it took cognizance of complaints from Goa Forward Party and Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal. The Commission has also alleged that Parrikar deliberately and intentionally instigated the public to take bribe for voting. AC has sought his reply by Feb 9th. China on Tuesday once again blocked an attempt to have Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar blacklisted by United Nations, prompting India to take up the matter with Chinese government. The US along with United Kingdom and France have proposed to designate Azhar as global terrorist at UN Security Council. China, however, has put on hold a proposal which comes barely weeks after India's bid to get Azhar banned by UN was dashed by Beijing last December. Masood Azhar has been accused of masterminding attacks on Pathankot Air Base in 2016 and Parliament in 2001. The blacklisting by UN Security Council would have forced an imposition of asset freeze and travel ban on him by countries including Pakistan. Meanwhile, an NIA court in Punjab issued a proclamation notice against Jaish-e-Mohammed chief and 3 others, asking them to appear before it on March 9th. All 4 have been charged for planning and executing last year's brazen attack on Pathankot Indian Air Force Base.
We have been informed of this development and we have taken up this matter with the Chinese government.
In a move to rally support for India's entry into nuclear suppliers group, a 3-day nuclear security meet will begin in the capital today. The Ministry of External Affairs, in coordination with the Department of Atomic Energy, is hosting the Implementation and Assessment Group meeting of the Global Initiative to Combat Nuclear Terrorism. The event highlights India's commitment to global nuclear non-proliferation and peaceful use of nuclear energy. The initiative was launched in year 2006 jointly by Russian Federation and the United States. This year's meet is attended by delegates from over 100 countries, including Pakistan. The tripartite talks to end over a 3-month-long economic blockade of a crucial highway in Manipur failed to make any headway on Tuesday. The centre is disappointed with the outcome of the meeting that took place in Imphal, where representatives from the Union Home Ministry, State Government and United Naga Council participated. The Naga group is refusing to relent from its position, allowing 7 districts to be carved out. All the 3 had earlier met in national capital on February 3rd, and centre had expressed hopes the blockade would end soon. However, the efforts will be on to end the blockade in poll-bound state at the earliest. Polling for the 60-member Manipur assemblies is scheduled to be held in 2 phases on March 4th and March 8th. Normal life in Manipur has been severely affected, with National Highway 2 being blocked since November 1st by the UNC cadres. Pressure mounts on Nagaland Chief Minister as organizations spearheading movement against the state government set a 3-day deadline for Tia Ziliang to step down on moral grounds. The Naga Tribes Action Committee, in a meeting with other tribal bodies, said that the loss of 3 lives and carnage in the state was due to the betrayal by the Chief Minister Ziliang. Ziliang had allegedly gone back on the agreement postponing the ULB elections for 2 months. The committee has announced that any leader attending meeting convened by Ziliang today would be treated as anti-Naga. Regarding signing of the alleged agreement between the state government and the tribal organization, Ziliang said that a misunderstanding has been created between the 2 sides.
3-party SI, MBCC, JCC, and on behalf of the government, in my presence, Home Minister has signed. There we have clearly mentioned 2 months' time requested by JCC to convince the people, and they have accepted 33% reservation. So, but we have clearly mentioned that subject to Cabinet and Election Commission decision. But later on they say that I have betrayed JCC and MBCC. But the meaning of subject to means unless Cabinet decide and unless Election Commission approve, I cannot say anything.
Now, for the first time in India's judicial history, 7 senior-most Supreme Court judges led by Chief Justice of India J.S. Kehar will take up the issue of suo motu cognizance of alleged contemptuous letters written by sitting Calcutta High Court Judge C.S. Karnan. The letters were written against Madras High Court Chief Justice. The apex court has turned the letters into contempt proceedings against Justice Karnan. Justice Karnan was transferred from Madras High Court to Calcutta High Court for his alleged contemptuous conduct. Justice Karnan will argue in person in the case. In February last year, Justice Karnan had stayed his own transfer order after the apex court asked Chief Justice of Madras High Court not to assign any judicial work to him. Justice Karnan was also warned in person by former Chief Justice of India T.S. Thakur for his offensive behavior towards the Chief Justice of the High Court and imputing caste motives on his fellow judges. On to some international news now. At least 20 people are dead and over 40 injured after a suicide bomber blew himself next to the gates of Afghan Supreme Court in the capital, Kabul. The bomb went off on Tuesday late afternoon near an entrance to Supreme Court just as many employees were boarding a bus to go home. Police say most of those killed and wounded were civilians. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani condemned the terror attack. No group has so far claimed responsibility or have come forward. But Taliban have in the past targeted government judicial workers since execution of 6 convicted insurgents last May.
روز یک حمله انتحاری فرد انتحاری خود را در جوار بلاک 18 مجدر صبح اینجا پارکینگ وسایط همین بلاک است انتحار کرده.
That's why now stay tuned for more on Rajya Sabha TV.